It's officially 2022. Happy New Year to everyone. And with a new year comes more wrestling. And who doesn't love that? And if we've learned anything from the last year, it's that pro wrestling is unpredictable. However, I'm going to give it a go. I'm Dieter Wegner from German Suplex, and here are 5 bold wrestling predictions for 2022. Number 5. MJF wins a world title. Starting off with this one may not be so bold, but let's lead you into this. I don't want to scare you off just yet. MJF has been on a run of his life. He has had world-class feuds with the likes of Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Darby Allin, and is currently in a fantastic feud with CM Punk. All this time he's been racking up the wins and building his case to get that AEW world title shot. I mean, he was cheated out of it last time, so he deserves another crack at it, right? This year seems like the perfect time for AEW to pull the trigger and give him that one big title run that we all know he can deliver on. Number 4. A major AEW star goes to WWE. In 2021 we saw a bunch of WWE-NXT stars make their way from Titan Towers over to AEW. However, we've not really seen a major AEW talent jump ship the other way. Now it's only a matter of time before the ever-growing AEW roster has someone that becomes unhappy with their place on the card, the direction the character is being used, or even the allure of more money becomes too much to ignore, and they go from AEW to WWE. Right now the easy money is on Brian Cage, but let's be honest, it could be almost anyone, right? Well, maybe not CM Punk, but who knows? The world of wrestling is crazy. Number 3. Roman Reigns stays Universal Champion. For over 488 days, Roman Reigns has held the Universal Championship. The Tribal Chief totally reinvented himself by becoming the heel that we all wanted him to be. Right now, there is nobody on his level in WWE, and I can't see somebody that should take the title away from him. Even if The Rock comes back to a welcome return, it wouldn't make sense for him to take the title with his Hollywood schedule. Let's keep this like the old days and have a really long run at this, and let's keep that belt on Roman until the time is right for it to change hands, and whoever takes that gold will then get that beautiful golden championship rub they deserve. Number 2. Okada Comes to AEW. We've already seen the forbidden door kicked open wide this past year, but there is so much more that can happen with this. We could see Tanahashi hunt down Chris Jericho, or Will Ospreay continue his current belt collector run. However, the one that feels like it's destined to happen is Okada making an appearance in AEW. His Chaos stable has already been mentioned on air multiple times, and we know the man is always watching. Just imagine if Bryan Danielson needs putting in his place and we see the showdown to see who is the best on the planet. There are so many great matches and stories that can be told using Okada in AEW. It feels rude for them to make this not happen. And that's not even thinking about the potential of him and Kenny Omega tangling it up, which would just be outstanding. After all, those two really know how to put on a show. And number 1, we don't see Kenny Omega wrestle at all. Remember when I said you were going to ease you in? Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I know, let's relax. This is not something that I want to happen. But like I said, these are bold predictions, and this one, it's quite bold. Now before you frantically start typing in the comment sections about how ridiculous this is, just hear me out. Think about this. Kenny Omega is a master of storytelling, and given all his injuries and his body needing a well-earned rest, it might make sense for him to stay absent and let the heart grow fonder for all of us fans. It's not as if there aren't a bunch of stories that can play out in the AEW landscape without Kenny Omega there, and all that time we miss him more and more. And then when we least expect it, boom, Kenny Omega is back on the scene, and he can come back and deliver the kind of amazing matches we all know and love from him. And because we haven't seen him in a year, it will be all the more gratifying for it. So that's the list. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you agree with these, or do you have some crazy predictions that I didn't even think about? Let me know in the comment below, and I'll see you next time. And until then, stay awesome.